In today's news, we get an update on the Chael Sonnen hotel altercation, Bisping reacts to Kevin Holland's retirement, wife claims Chuck Liddell has CTE, Scott Coker says he wants to make Anderson Silva vs Fedor Emelianenko in Bellator, Conor McGregor reveals what he's been using to bulk up, and video of Belal Muhammad getting snubbed by a fan. We have an update on Chael Sonnen's alleged December hotel attack case in Las Vegas. According to the lawsuit filed by the Stelpflugs, Sonnen allegedly attacked the couple in the hallway of the hotel without provocation, which resulted in injuries. Now, Las Vegas Review-Journal reported that at a court hearing Wednesday, Justice Pro Tem Craig Friedberg dismissed 2 misdemeanor battery counts that accused Sonnen of a December 18th attack on Julie and Christopher Stelpflug at the Four Seasons Hotel in Las Vegas. Sonnen originally faced 11 total charges, which included 10 misdemeanor battery charges and 1 count of felony battery by strangulation. The dismissal of the 2 misdemeanor charges Wednesday follow a previously dropped felony battery charge, along with the filing of an amended criminal complaint in March. The amendment reduced the number of misdemeanor counts to 6, which is now down to 4 after Wednesday's hearing. On Thursday, Kevin Holland announced his retirement from MMA following UFC 279's loss to Khamzat Chimaev. While speaking on the most recent episode of the Believe You Me podcast, Michael Bisping reacted to the news and said he doesn't believe Holland is really retiring from MMA.
I'm a little, initially while Brian looks at that, I'm very skeptical. I doubt
this is what it is. It's a text. It's a wall of text he put out.
Okay. Had a good run. 30. I'm a little over a month. 30 in a little over a month, and I'm paid. I'm out. Harrington. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Why is it bullshit?
Because if Kevin Holland's a great fighter, he's very, very well known. He was the 2020 Fighter of the Year, as you just said. He's a fan favorite. He's making money. He loves shiny things. I'm talking about gold and jewelry and stuff like that. And he wants to buy a lot of it more. And he's in the prime of his life. If he was quitting, walking away, he would at least, jazz it up a little touch, as opposed to using a font last seen on an Atari game system. I mean, what is that font? Do you know what I mean? There's no way. He's a very stylish guy. He's not announcing his retirement in the font from a ZX Spectrum. No, I don't think he's retiring at all. I don't know what he's playing at. Fighters do this. Conor McGregor, of course, famously always does that. Loves to, tease his retirement. Diaz did it a couple of times. John Jones has done it. Who else? Anyone else you could think of?
Chuck Liddell's wife claims the Iceman has CTE. According to court documents obtained by The Blast, Liddell and his wife Heidi are engaged in a custody battle over their 2 children. Liddell filed for divorce 3 days after being arrested on charges of misdemeanor domestic battery in October of 2021. The UFC star went to jail that night, but the district attorney's office opted not to charge him or his wife in the incident. In the filing, details of both interviews are laid out, with specific allegations on both sides. Miss Liddell also stated that Mr. Liddell had a lot of paranoia and accused her of a lot of things. He also became very worried that she was going to leave him after he lost his job in 2017. Miss Liddell also claimed that Mr. Liddell has become increasingly violent. She stated that this last thing that happened was not typical, and she was concerned that he had experienced traumatic brain injury. Miss Liddell also claimed that Mr. Liddell has been violent with non-family members. She claimed that Mr. Liddell has knocked out friends when they tried to help him and used to beat people up for street drugs. She stated that Mr. Liddell loved to fight and would not let someone get out of fighting him. She said, "He's been fighting people and beating people up since he was in kindergarten." Miss Liddell also claimed that Mr. Liddell had the reputation of being able to beat up anyone. When asked if she had any specific concerns about Mr. Liddell with respect to his physical health, Miss Liddell replied, "Yes, he's been knocked out many times and has CTE. He can't remember stuff and gets stuck on speech. He's going to have dementia or Alzheimer's. He has terrible sleep apnea." Adding, with regard to Mr. Liddell's mental health, Miss Liddell expressed concern regarding Mr. Liddell's depression. He's constantly needing to escape through drugs and alcohol, and his impulsivity. Scott Coker is hoping to make Anderson Silva vs Fedor Emelianenko in Bellator. After Silva fought out his UFC contract and became a free agent, Coker says he tried to sign the former UFC champ. He wanted to do a one-off fight against Emelianenko, but Silva made it known he wanted to pursue boxing. Recently, Silva has said that he wants his final fight to be in Japan, and Coker believes that would be a perfect send-off fight for both Silva and Emelianenko.
We did offer him an MMA fight against Fedor. We didn't even get serious or talk numbers or anything like that, but there was definitely an outreach on our part to see if there's any interest. At that time, he really wanted to focus on his boxing and see how far he could take it. And you know what? To me, I would say, look, we can do it in Japan, or we could do it in New York City, at Madison Square Garden, or someplace.
Or in Dublin. Dublin would be great.
Let's do it. Let's make it huge. Because this is the fight that I think everybody would love to see. And you're right. GOAT number 1 versus GOAT number 2. Negotiating a weight class might be a little challenging, to be honest. But I was like, hey, let's start the dialogue. Let's have a conversation. It was a very quick conversation and quick response back. So I just kind of dropped it. But maybe we should revisit it, like you said.
Conor McGregor has revealed what he's been using to bulk up. McGregor has shared his recovery with fans on social media, and pictures of the fighter indicate that he is much bigger than he used to be. These photos have led people to believe that perhaps he is using PEDs to bulk up. When asked by a fan on Twitter what he's been using to bulk up, the Irishman replied by saying, "Proper 12 and forged Irish stout, served alongside my own organically grown Irish beef, served on a hot stone. Tittle spray for pain." UFC fan asked Belal Muhammad to take a picture of him and Chase Hooper without knowing who he is.
Oh my God. Hey, do you mind taking a picture real quick? Is that alright?
Here are the top 3 funniest memes we found on the internet. Third place was found over Facebook and was posted by a user named Couchkillers. Our second place meme was found over Reddit and was posted by a user named Pedestrian. And our top pick was found over Twitter and was posted by a user named MMA Thanos. Every day, we search the internet for the funniest MMA memes and post them to our fan page on Facebook called MMAmemes.com. If you want your meme to be included in our next video, just send it to us in private message on Facebook. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.